Hi everybody, and welcome to another Dr. Doomray. Today I'm reviewing Slayin, or Slaying to be really English about it, which is a really nice little game for iPhone and iOS. And you know what this game is essentially it's an RPG, and it's an endless RPG on a 2D plane. So you get a very limited level. Inputs are really simple. You've got left, right, and jump, and you kill things by running into them or by jumping into them, sword first, and you take damage by getting hit anywhere else but the sword. And it's that simple. So you know, really, it's one of those games where the simplicity kind of in some ways can be off-putting initially, but then the more you play it, the more you get into it, the more you realise that there is depth there and there is strategy there. So you know, there's shops where you can buy kind of buffs and armor, and you know, the main thing that I really like about this game is often with touchscreen controls, I often feel that they feel unresponsive, and this is a game that has truly nailed touchscreen controls. And in many ways, this could be down to how basic the controls are. Like I say, you just got left, right, and jump. But you know, it feels really tight. It feels really responsive. And you know, at no point have I found myself kind of missing a left or right command. I mean, there's so many examples of games on the App Store that have tried touchscreen controls, that it just doesn't work. You know, like the classic examples are the Grand Theft Auto series, which are amazing on console. The second you get them onto an iPhone, the touchscreens just don't live up, because you know, with some games you do need that physical button press. Um, Whereas in the case of this, you know, it really feels, you know, really nice and tight, which is good because you need that. Um, but yeah, so there's no story. You just go from kind of level to level, and there's end of stage bosses, and then you're rewarded with gold that you can spend in the shop on various buffs for your character. So your first level of health can be buffed with armor, and you know, it's like I say, it's one of those games that the more you play it, the more depth you find in it, and there's depth there. And you know, there's all kinds of, you know, great little nods to kind of classic 8-bit and 16-bit RPG games. A lot of the character design of the enemies, you know, has nods to the NES versions of Zelda, and you know, all those kind of great old RPGs that we all loved playing when we were younger. Um, in terms of, you know, I've heard quite a lot of people saying that it's almost too busy. There's too much going on screen. But you know, like I say, it's one of those games that when you die, you feel that the reason you've died is your fault and not you know, the fault of the game. It doesn't feel unbalanced. It's got kind of a nice learning curve to it, and it's one of those games that when you first start playing it, you're very unsure of, you know, what the game is, and you know, why would you spend any time playing this, and then next thing you know, you look outside and it's dark and you realize that they've obviously got something right. um, so as you progress through the game, there's more enemies, there's more difficult enemies, and they have kind of different attack patterns. So, you know, the boss at the end of this second stage is an imp that has this kind of weird flame attack that, as you can see, has just killed me. But yeah, you know, it kind of progressively gets more difficult. There's some nice little achievement unlocks in there that add to upgrades. You know, really, it just is a nice little game, and it's one of those games that respects the fact that with a kind of iOS game, you tend not to have loads of time on your hands. There's a little shop that allows you to buy extra controllers. So at the bottom of the screen, kind of new decals for the screen, essentially. You know, new characters, and all kinds of nice little things. So yeah, that's Slayin. It's a game I'm really enjoying. It's pretty reasonable, only a couple of quid, and I'll drop a link in the bottom, and enjoy.